and staff.
And we wanted to thank you guys for volunteering at the college fair, and we wanted to provide you with some helpful tips of how to work with students, since for some of you it may have been a while.
Or never.
Or never, whatever. And we want you to get in that mindset of a 6th through 12th grader.
And if you have any questions after watching our hopefully informative video, feel free to reach out to us.
So tip number 1. Hopefully that flashed less. If not, we looked ridiculous. Tip number 1 is channel your inner 6th through 12th graders. So the students that you're going to be speaking to on Saturday are ages about 12 to 18 and anywhere in between. So really think back to your time during that age. What interested you? What bored you? What was it like to be a student? What was it like to sit in a lecture? And prepare yourself to interact with those kids.
Please be sensitive to our students' backgrounds. Our students are predominantly African American and Latino, and they come from low-income communities across Los Angeles. So keep that in mind as you facilitate. This means being sensitive in the language you use and that it's respectful to people from diverse backgrounds. And also consider assumptions you might make about people's access or readiness for college if you don't share the same background as our students. So for example, don't assume that students know the college admissions process. They may not know what different graduate degrees are. They might not have family members who have attended college or even been on a college campus before today. So please keep that in mind as you're preparing yourself to speak to our students.
Which makes this event all the more exciting too, because a lot of these kids will be the first in their family to attend college. Tip number 3. Use kid-friendly language. Don't speak with a lot of jargon. Make it simple. Get to the point. Brevity is appreciated when you work with students.
It's something we're both working on. Tip number 4. Make it personal. Use anecdotes, storytelling, anything that's going to make it more interesting and accessible for students. It's really great when they can connect with the speaker.
Tip number 5. Be real and be motivating. It's okay to be real with your students that there are certain things that are non-negotiables to be able to get into and succeed at college. For example, having strong English proficiency in writing, few if any failing grades, being eager and a hard worker who can persevere through challenging college courses. It's okay to be real with them. In fact, you should. You're doing them a disservice if you're not.
Tip number 6.
6.
Speak loudly, clearly, and enthusiastically. We want the day to be fun and engaging for students.
But don't speak like you're speaking to 2-year-olds. Tip number 7. Get your students involved. We don't want this to be a lecture for 50 minutes where the students are just very passive and listening to you the entire time. You talk a lot. It's boring for you. It's boring for them. Have them answer questions. You can have them do stand up, sit down. It's where you may say a statement, and if you agree, stand up. If you disagree, sit down. Talk to their neighbor, and so, oh, we're talking to our neighbors, it's fun, and so on. Think about great speakers that you've encountered in the past or great teachers that you've had in the past, and what are some of the strategies that made them so engaging in class.
And tip number 85.
8.
Have fun. The more fun you have, the more fun our students will have. So yeah, please reach out to us if you have any other questions. But we are so excited to meet you and have you come help our students on Saturday.
We'll see you on Saturday.